In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill.
I was weak. That's why I needed you. I needed someone to punish me for my sins. But that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
So, yeah, 2 pyramid heads. Believe it or not even the final boss, but still an imposing fight if you don't really know what you're doing. Thankfully, I do, so I don't know. This is how I like to go about it. Rifle, and pretty much just room hopping from side to side of the room. Yeah. So, with that scene, we can pretty much just guess that Maria is probably a figment of James's imagination, or maybe Silent Hill created her, because she has died 3 times, and I mean, if you haven't guessed, it's probably the town is probably trying to tell James that, you know, you did something wrong, and we're making you relive it again and again, because it's not coincidence that she looks exactly like Mary. So, anyway, that's just, I mean, that's not like, that's just my take on it. You don't have to agree with it. If you have a different take, that's, well, it's interesting to say the least. I'd like to know. Most of people's, you know, opinions, it's not really canon or explicitly said in the game. It's just, you know, it's just what they think. And that's what's so great about this game, is that so many people can have so many different takes on it, which I think really constitutes a work of art, is when multiple people can derive something different from it. But anyway, about this fight, basically I just go from side to side and, you know, I just rinse and repeat what I've been doing. Don't really worry about which pyramid head you're actually hitting, because they both, like, when you hit one, they both take damage, so they pretty much have the same health bar, per se. So, yeah. It's really not a tough battle if you just do what I'm doing here. I mean, you could try it with the shotgun, but I wouldn't... I don't know. I got hit there. I wouldn't, because, I don't know. The pyramid heads are much faster here. And, I don't know, shotgun's kind of slow for this fight, if you ask me. How's my health looking? Rather meh. Okay. Chug a few of those, and we're ready to go. Should be hitting the close to the end of this fight. I mean, I don't remember them taking this long. Maybe a few more hits. Yeah, there we go. So if you're a little confused by that, Pyramid Head basically acts as James's executioner or punisher of sorts. And really, the reason they commit suicide, I guess you could say, is that they realize that James doesn't need them. He doesn't need Pyramid Head anymore because he's realized what he's done, and I guess he plans to repent for it. Depends on the ending you get. But anyway, they gave us these eggs, and they fit into the doors just nicely. So, 2 different eggs, and they're different colors too. There's a scarlet one and a rust-colored one that correspond to the different colored pyramid heads. I mean, if you look closely, they are actually different colors, just slightly. But yeah, it doesn't really matter which egg you put into which door. Just go. It's the same. Which in itself could have its own meaning. Who knows? Everything in this game just seems loaded. So here we really only have one place to go, and I think, yeah, Mary's letter just disappears entirely at this point. Whatever that means. Well, just another thing to think about, to consider, you know.
Mary?
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here. Leave me alone already. No use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. But I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me alive. Are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf? Don't come back. James, wait. Please don't go. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I didn't mean what I said. Please, James. Tell me I'll be okay. Tell me I'm not going to die. Help me.
Okay, so that little scene kind of gives us some insight into why James might have killed Mary. Obviously, she lashed out at pretty much everyone in her life when she was bedridden, and it kind of tells you, you know, maybe James didn't just senselessly kill Mary. Maybe he had a kind of a reason, which I suppose brings some sympathy to the character. But at least that's how I see it. But here we are, really just one stairwell left, and it's the final boss, guys. I mean, it's just such an amazing game. It's hard for me to comment on it because I'm still thinking about all the metaphors and the symbolism, but yeah, here we go. I'm curious to see what's going to happen once I get up here, because it's apparently a little different every time, depending on what choices you made during your gameplay, but let's check this out.
Mary?
When will you ever stop making that mistake? Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? It's you. But I don't need you anymore.
What? You must be joking. But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted. I'm different than Mary. How can you throw me away?
I understand now. It's time to end this nightmare.
No! I won't let you. You deserve to die too, James.
And here we are with the final boss. frighteningly similar to Flesh Lips, if you remember that boss fight. Basically, she just kind of floats around in her cage, shoots her butterflies at you, or moths, I guess, and you kind of just wag her with the control analog stick when they get you, and that happens. Okay. She really only has 2 modes of attack, is that tentacle thing and the moths, basically. So it's really not that bad of a final boss, just she can take quite some time to take down, so just be wary of that. Okay, get the hell away. Let me shoot at her. Where is she? She's rather quick, though, compared to Flesh Lips, so it's important to make that distinction. And she's gonna grab me with her tentacle again, isn't she? Okay. Yeah, you can go at this with the rifle. I did try it my first playthrough, and it worked out rather well. I'm kind of experimenting here with the shotgun. I'm not sure how well it's gonna work out in comparison, but yeah, I might deal with her quicker. And quick is always best when it comes to Let's Plays. I mean, I'm not trying to say quantity over quality. I'm just, you know, if you don't want to bore your viewers. You want to get through a game quick as you can. Anyway, all right, looking good. Freaking moths. More of a nuisance than a real fight, if you ask me. Definitely not the most imposing of boss fights. She missed me, for some reason. Okay, get off, get off. Come on, Mary, let's finish this. She shouldn't have too much life left. Oh, reloading, great. A few more hits. I'm really just sacrificing health at this point just to get as many shots as I can in with the shotgun. I mean, yeah, if you don't want to get hit, you just keep your distance and you should be fine. But I'm not really trying too hard at that. And so here we go. It's not over yet. She's still on the ground. But we do have to deal the crushing, finishing blow. And I think I'm going to go with the grandest weapon, the most ironic punishment. Let's use our own Punisher's weapon on her. Now, when I first did this, I felt really wrong because she sounds just like Mary. She just doesn't... I don't know.
Mary?
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not true. You also said you didn't want to die. The truth is, I hated you. I wanted you out of the way. I wanted my life back.
James, if that were true, then why do you look so sad?
Mary?
James. Please. Please do something for me. Go on with your life.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me, or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill,
I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
Alright, so with this ending, it appears that James and Laura just leave Silent Hill forever, I suppose. From what I know, that was the best ending you could get that's possible. I do remember my first playthrough, I got this really awful ending. I suppose I might as well spoil it right now. It's called the water ending or something like that. Basically, James is he committed suicide. He drove his car into the lake. It's pretty much assumed that, and most likely the body of Mary in the trunk of his car was taken with him, and I guess he could never really deal with the guilt, and that's what he did. To get that ending, I think you have to neglect your health like I did the first game. I tried not to do it this time, which apparently worked out. And you basically just do everything that is related to suicide. Maybe you examine Angela's knife a few times, because that is definitely connected to Angela's thoughts of suicide. But for this good ending, you pretty much do the opposite. You kind of show the game that you value your life. You keep your health in the green as much as possible. You don't examine Angela's knife too much, and you kind of show the game that you really do care about Mary, and you care about finding her by obviously trying to stay alive, and also looking at her photograph from time to time, and examining her letter from time to time as well. So yeah. I'm happy I got the good ending. There's other endings I know of, but I haven't gotten them myself, so I can't comment too much on them. But yeah, this was fun. I mean, this is the first time I've Let's Played a Silent Hill game, and this was... I suppose it's the first Silent Hill game I've played, but it isn't the first one I beat, because I started this Let's Play, and when I started it was... Well, actually, it was the second Silent Hill game I played. Downpour was the first. I started it, and then I played Silent Hill 3 all the way through soon after that. Soon after recording the first few episodes of this. But I've got to say, it's... I mean, if you get the chance, just try to play it yourself. I mean, Let's Plays really do not do this game justice. It's really an experience, and... I mean, if you're too scared to play it, just try it. I don't know what to say. I can't really relate. I'm not really the kind of person that gets scared by games too much. But it's definitely worth playing, and it's totally, I can totally see why it's a classic. But yeah. And by the way, the music is fucking awesome. Like, I'm that much of a nerd where I actually have this soundtrack on my iPod, and I do listen to it from time to time. I remember I listened to it while I was playing through Silent Hill 1, just because, I don't know, it got me in the mood, and I liked it. So at the end, the game presents you with your results, and I don't know why there's a white background there, and I don't know what I got that trophy for. I guess I got it for getting the good ending. So the ending I got there is called Leave. Laura and James leave Silent Hill, and James accepts what he did and moves on, I suppose. It says I only cleared 1 of 4 endings, which isn't true. I did get the water ending. I don't know. Didn't take that long for me to play through. 4 hours. That's about 2 hours better than my first time. I think I played through 6 hours the first time. Not to mention the time standing around, waiting to record, prepping stuff up. So it's probably around 4 hours if you count the actual play time. Running distance, items. I wish it gave you the amount of items you got out of something, like 206 out of some number of items. Defeated a lot of enemies by fighting as compared to shooting. But overall, it didn't really kill that many enemies at all. I just kind of ran by a lot of them. And then, as I said earlier, the boat stage, I guess I did fairly well on that. Yeah, I got a 4.1, 4 stars and 1 decimal star. That's alright. I'm not really one for ratings or any of that stuff. I just kind of play a game for what it is. I don't really do that. Okay, so, save clear data. Alright, I'm cool with that. And now I have 2 finished games, and, yeah, I would definitely expect some Silent Hill, Let's Plays to come soon. Well, maybe not soon, but, I do definitely want to play through Silent Hill 3, which I enjoyed just as much, if not more, than Silent Hill 2. I mean, I love them both, but it's hard to say which one's my favorite. As for Silent Hill 1, I'm not sure until I can find an adequate way of capturing that. It's a possibility, definitely. But as for immediate Let's Plays starting after this, I suppose I might as well come out and say it. Amnesia. Amnesia Dark Descent. Me and Austin are going to play through that. We've already recorded a few episodes, although not uploaded yet. I'm sorry if you're not much of a horror fan. You might feel left out by our channel. We play a lot of horror games, but it's what we like. I don't know. But anyways, thank you for watching this Let's Play. I really hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, well, I mean, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that. I didn't get a ton of feedback on this, but it doesn't really matter. I kind of just do this for myself, and if you liked it, well then, good for you. So anyways, guys, stay tuned for Amnesia, and we're still doing Half-Life 2, Metal Gear Solid, that's been on hold for a while, but we are getting to it, and Silent Hill Downpour. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.